Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magical Monday. Well, we've got some great cards today, and I hope everybody's doing really good. I got some great information. It's go time. I'm hearing only a few weeks, and let's just hope for the best, okay? Today is 3/11, and it's 2024, and that is a 13, which goes down to a 4. So we are going to read the 4 out of the Soul Helper Oracle. That'll start our day out good. Now, a number 4 reveals that you need solid structure now more than ever. To feel secure, you need an ordered space. This number brings a sudden burst of energy. Use it to get your life in order. It brings good humor and cheerfulness. Things will be less complicated and life will become easier. Start to be aware of yourself and your body more keenly and take care of your physical needs. Number 4's energy field is the mastery of matter in order to be able to create paradise, wholeness, divine order, and manifestation. And speaking of manifestation, we have been playing a game, and I noticed that there's more people starting to play. Yay! We're coming in and we're using our, we have to practice balancing our masculine, feminine, and inner child. So what we're doing is we're calling the like button the magic manifestation button, okay? Because I want to see how many people are playing the game. So I want you to think of something significant but small in your life that you want to practice manifesting with as you meditate, because meditation is very important right now. And when you think of it, hit the like button and then come back, start manifesting, playing with it and wishing for it, like, an old friend calls you haven't heard from in a while, or I need $20 by next Friday. Something simple, not I want to be drinking pina coladas in Fiji because I'd like to be with you too, but that's next time. So anyway, try that and then hit that. And then when you do manifest it, come back in the chat and any of the comments and just leave a comment. I check all the comments, I read all the comments, and I am so grateful for my soul family that are coming to visit with me. I'm a channeler, I'm a seer, I'm a dreamer, uh, I'm an observer, I'm a journeyer, a truther, I'm a lot of things, but so are you. So let's start playing with this. Yeah, I did hear it's go time, and I have been hearing TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. There's a lot of things going on right now in the world out there, and today I got to the point where I just couldn't even. It's so dumb anymore. I just couldn't. Trying to listen to these, things that are coming out, and it's just, I just can't. I can't do it. So I just went and meditated. But I did get some information, and I did notice that Q the card did talk about ascension in one of the posts. And ascension, there's all kinds of different meanings for ascension, but ascension is the act of rising through the air. Now, in my dreams, when I read you guys that dream the other day about Italy, I had been traveling a lot in my dreams to Italy, and I knew it was Italy. And each dream that I had back then, when I started keeping the dream journal, was like a metaphor of what was going on around me. And I thought that that dream about Italy and Edward, the guy making the Crystal Palace, was very significant because they called him the soul of Italy. He freed Italy from a insurrection, kind of like what's going on right now. And that was the metaphor that I had to use to figure out that, yes, this is happening. And yes, that is happening. But we have to remember this is a spiritual and a digital battlefield, Battlestar Galactica type thing. And we have to really work on balancing ourselves out, because self is really important right now for what we're going to go through. And it's going to be, you know what, it's going to be amazing. There's no fear of anything. That is what we don't want to do. We don't want to get into any kind of fear state, because that's what they want, not what we need. So we are going to start some cards today. Coffee and cards. I've got my coffee and I've got my cards. Now, we got this yesterday, and this is telling me the death and the birth, the baby in the egg, leaving the dark night of the soul down here. This card is shedding your skin. This card is a lot of things. But protect the baby. Protect the golden baby, the golden egg, the baby that's in that egg. You can, I actually can see it tonight. That's amazing, because it is so hard to see, and I never really knew it was in the egg. But to me, looking at this card, the skulls are the dark night of the soul. And a lot of people don't get the dark night of the soul, but it's revisiting what binds you and what keeps you up at 3 a.m. It's revisiting that old that is binding you to the old and releasing it. And that's what this is doing. This snake has traveled through the dark night of the soul, and it's leaving it. It's over it. The frog is like greeting it, and it's like purple. So it's intuition that it's leaving, and it's wrapping around this beautiful baby in a golden egg, and it's protecting it, because we're going out of the old, the death of the old, and the rebirth of the new. This is big for us. This really is, because this is telling us to let go of the past. The future is unknowable, and change is unavoidable. There is no going back. Allow yourself to mourn. Death, rebirth is a gradual process. The dark night of the soul. Allow innocence to be reborn. Focus on the short-term future, a change in beliefs, attitude, or behavior. We are going to go through a cycle when this all happens, and I'm assuming I haven't had time to play too much. I have been a little bit. I did get a pendulum, and I've been playing a little bit with it, but I haven't asked it really big, significant questions. My father was really good at this. He could hold this over a woman's stomach when she was pregnant and would tell him what the baby would be, male or female. But I was always into these too, and I finally got one, and I started playing with it. So I'm going to start asking you a little bit more important questions, but I just want to been playing with it as I'm playing with my manifestation, as I'm playing with my inner peace, as I'm playing with a little bit of everything. It's like a little magic sprinkles daily of different things you're doing. And this card right here, I mean, it's a cycle, and we're leaving this cycle. But we really have to think about what's important to us and what's not. And that's what this card is telling me. I mean, we have read this card, the dark night of the soul, the future. You know, things can be terrifying, but faced sudden loss and change in life. You know, I mean, we are going to go through so much, and I I really feel that it's going to be amazing. It is going to be the most beautiful thing we have ever experienced, but we have to release what's binding us and keeping us up at 3 a.m. That's something that blocks a lot of people in their journey. Um, the clarifier, now I use the dream, that's the dreams of Gaia. And I use those, and then I use the Oceanic Tarot as a clarifier. I'm not a big tarot girl. I like them to an extent, but if it has a devil card in it, I'm not into it. I don't care for the fear factor. I get there's a tower moment and things like that. But I'm not the type of person that gives those depressing negative news. I don't feel it. So that is not going to happen with me. Sorry. The Six of Pentacles is generosity. And, once you come out of that dark night of the soul and you release all that's keeping you up at night, you got the baby and the golden egg. And this is the generosity of the pureness of the baby. And this is a beautiful card to get, Six of Pentacles. It receives any gift with thanks and grace. And if you are giving to others, enjoy it. Giving is its own reward. Yeah, that's a really it's you're receiving, the Six of Pentacles is you're receiving a gift. Okay. Which may be money or another token of love, friendship, or support. This is a feel-good money. If you're a recipient, you will feel genuinely grateful, especially equally, you may be the one donating time, effort, and money, and you will do this with thought and sensitivity, whether you are giving to an individual, such as a friend who is struggling, or to an organization such as your favorite charity. Be careful with the charities right now. Don't give to unless you figure out which one's honest. But this is a great card because what could be better for generosity in the pureness of the child? Love that. Couldn't ask for a better clarifier and a better card. Now, this card was very interesting at this point in our story, our journey, our performance we're watching in front of us. This is the Seven of Fire, and this is divination, signs, heeding intuition, looking within, seeking answers, discovering awareness, and trust. Heed your intuition, a feeling of recognition, inexplicable coincidences, moments that repeat. Personal interpretation is critical. Only you know the answer. Look beyond the surface and observe and be aware. She's also holding her throat chakra. And to me, that is someone that is holding their voice back from speaking, and don't do that. You want to, and she's also got the lotus flower, which is the purity of the flower coming up from the depths of the murky mud and giving its beautiful fragrance. She also has the two golden felines and the butterfly over her third eye, but she has Source's eye wide open. And she's looking right at you. So she knows exactly what you're up to. And the Seven of Fire represents the development and the use of one's intuition to see the way forward, to predict possible outcomes. Intuition is that gut feeling. It is an instinctual or unconscious knowing that when you heed it, can keep you safe from making mistakes and lead you to the beginning in the right place at the right time. It is a feeling of recognition that we often ignore, but if we choose to heed, can have us moving through life in harmonious accord with our surroundings. Now, a lot of us are feeling that we need to protect ourselves right now, and I completely agree. I have been through this whole thing, been putting a protection bubble around me, the universe, and my family. And I try to include the universe because right now the universe needs everything it can get. I advise you when you're meditating and before you go to bed that you put a huge protection bubble around you filled with love and protection. And only the light can come through, nothing dark. So That's what I do, and I suggest everybody does it. It won't hurt anything, and it will help. It makes me feel so much better because we have been so protected through the hurricane and all the baloney and the jabby doos and all the fake theatrical stuff that I just feel blessed. I feel gratitude, and that's what we all need to get to. But she is kind of like a warning. She's kind of like she's a fire, and she's like, hey, you know, use your voice, but be careful with it. You know. And the clarifier card we got with that was the King of Swords, ambition. This man is clever and is often a strong leader in a professional career. He's a great strategist with charm and ambition, but can exert pressure too. As he's impatient to succeed, he can be relied upon to offer calm, logical judgment. An additional meaning is that legal issues need your attention just now. If the king comes up as you card in a reading, take a logical approach. This is time for mental agility rather than emotion. Look to the facts before you make decisions. Fairness, balance, incentives, decisions, strength, justice, and support. Yeah, I get this. What it's doing is, okay, she has the truth in her voice, but sometimes she's using source. Sometimes she has too much ambition to speak. Sometimes you need to hold your tongue. Think about, step back, think about what you're saying, what you're doing. That's kind of what I'm taking on those cards. Now, we got the Nine of Water. And what's interesting about this card is its illumination, acceptance, openness, emotional enlightenment, strength, courage, fear, and ignorance. Open your heart. Past experiences leave an emotional imprint. They do. Everything leaves an imprint. And this dark night of the soul is an emotional imprint. And it's there, but it's leaving. So if you're still going through parts of the dark night of the soul, know that you are not alone and you'll be okay through it. It's just hard to face a lot of things and release them. The very first thing to be born is in the darkness and the void. It was light. The Nine of Water represents a need to embrace an open heart and allow the light of love to transform and heal emotional pain and turn it into knowledge that sets us free. Our past experiences, good and bad, leave an emotional imprint. Remember, joy and love can inspire a sense of well-being. A happy memory creates a feeling within that curves the lips and makes us smile or laugh, while a bad memory can cause tears and open old wounds we thought we healed and forgotten long ago. Have you ever heard a song playing on the radio and had tears form in your eyes because the song was one shared with a past love who broke your heart? Have you ever had somebody say something to you that has triggered anger because they have touched on deep rooted remembering? Anger towards another who said the very same words. Have you ever started laughing uncontrollably because silly moments in the now stir up memories of silly, happy moments in the past? Our emotions can lift us as high as the stars or plummet us into an abyss of despair. And yet, all too often, we do not know or understand why we feel and react as we do. What makes some memories so much more vivid and unforgettable? What makes them unforgettable is how they made you feel. This is emotional imprint at work, and through it, we can do we can and do bind ourselves emotionally to the past. In the present, these imprints become triggers that have us reacting on an almost purely emotional level. In our mind was a bank in which we could choose what memories we saved. The majority would save only the memories that make them smile while discarding those who make them cry. There would be so many happy, smiling people in the world if we could choose to keep only the memories that make us smile. Unfortunately, we have no choice, but what we do have is the choice to recognize our emotional triggers so that the bad memories or those laden with weight emotions have less influence upon us. By shining a light on the source of the emotional pain and then accepting that the moment that caused it is over and cannot be changed or undone, we take the first step to freeing ourselves from the emotional hooks that bind us to the past, recognizing how we feel and react when recalling the moment or experiencing one like it is the next step towards emotional awareness. Finally, in being mindful and learning not to react when an emotional trigger is squeezed, we reach emotional enlightenment, a state when we are no longer shackled. Eventually, there comes a time when we no longer have to be mindful because the memory no longer has an influence. The hurt has healed and we have transcended. Emotional enlightenment is not a gentle process. It involves rummaging through our memories, revisiting our old hurts, seeing them and accepting them for what they are, and letting go of harmful and destructive beliefs, and then freeing ourselves of the burdens of their emotional weight. It takes time and practice, and at the beginning of the process, we can be more reactive than usual. It's like trying to run up a muddy, slippery slope. We lose our footing, fall, and slip backwards. For some, the process is simply too difficult. Others resist, wondering why anyone would consciously choose to explore and relive their deepest, most painful memories. It's like choosing to cut open old scars to make them wounds all over again. The reality is they are correct. It is like cutting open a scar, but aggressive measures are needed if a cancer grows beneath the scar tissue. If past memories are making you emotionally reactive in a way that is counterproductive in the now, then there is a cancer present. You might not be reliving the memories consciously, but when they have power, influence how you feel and react in the present, then you are reliving those memories on an unconscious level. So the choice is one between having those memories influence you unconsciously or being mindful and aware and lessening or ending their influence. The Nine of Water offers the choice and asks you to make it. You might not have a choice in the memories your mind stores, but you do have a choice as to which ones you invest in emotionally, whether it be a past memory or a new one. Invest in those that fill you with love and lightness and find yourself rising from the depths. Just as emotional enlightenment is not an easy process, it is also not a spiritual process. It is a healing process. It is the process of making ourselves lighter in being, becoming lighter by letting go of the heavy emotions we unconsciously hold on to, and which in turn influences our emotional and physical well-being in the present. When the Nine of Water appears in your reading, you are also being asked to consider if, at this time, one of your emotional triggers is being squeezed for good or ill. Asking this question will help you to determine whether you are acting for the wrong or right reason. Yeah, that is a great card. And I did read the whole thing because I think somebody needed to hear that message. And I don't know why, but I did. Because with that, we got the Six, the Lovers. And this is choice. This is what we basically just read. We have the choice to keep reliving the past and the old hurt, or we put a band-aid on it and go on. I vote put a band-aid on it. Okay. A mermaid and a merman embrace their tails. Entwined, the couple seems perfect for one another, but look closely and their relationship is not yet resolved. While the merman appears absorbed in his beloved, the mermaid is distracted. Her color is blue for coldness, and she turns away from his gaze. This symbolizes the dilemma of the lovers. There is a great potential here for love, but a decision or commitment needs to be made. There's a mature decision to make as you reach a turning point. You may need to make an investment in the future, financial plan, buying a home, or moving for work, or for example. And the choice isn't straightforward. In relationships, you bond and commit or walk away. An additional meaning of the card for those who are single is being ready for a new serious love relationship. Love is coming. Make your choice based on your long-term future rather than short-term gains in love. Wait for the right person rather than distract yourself with flirtations. Yeah, right now you got to really be careful with who you're hooking up with out there in the crazy world. I would be careful. Um, yeah, we got the, this is a divine message, by the way, and you'll see why. We did get the King of Fire, and this was the last of the Dreams of Gaia. And I had asked the cards who was in charge. Who is it white or black? Is it good or bad? And this is the card I got. Ground and focus your passion. Be more than an idea person. Remain involved from start to finish. Every leader is part of a team. Delegate. Be dauntless. Respect your position by respecting others. Show your appreciation and keep your temper in check. The King of Fire is a charismatic leader. He is passionate, and his passion is something others find inspiring because it is focused, grounded, and creative. He is the perfect team leader. He can draw to him the people who are necessary for a project to be complete. And every single person will want to play a part to help bring this vision to life. Some may see the King of Fire as an idea man, but they only have to observe and they will soon discover that he is a very proactive. He likes to be involved, to get his hands dirty, and he will remain involved from inception to completion. The King of Fire is also fearless, dauntless. In fact, he is a lion heart and the vital heartbeat of his court. He is not afraid of hard work, but he also respects and moves through his day with awareness. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that gave us pretty much everything we needed to know. I would say that that's the white hats because we got change, we got the Eight of Cups, and this is follow your heart and go forward. We have some beautiful things. Some things have been going on in the background that we are not aware of, and it's good things. And that is what is coming. We're looking at the king here, but the king is also here. He's in the background. The eye is looking in the background too. So, and this is the change that's going on in the background that we are not aware of. How is our sky cloudy every day? We are in sunny Florida. There is no sun. There's sun there, but it's a cloud. So what is that? What's up? I see it everywhere. I see everybody's sky. I ask in Pennsylvania. I ask here. I ask here. Everybody's like, it's cloudy. Okay. Yeah, I figured that. So what's going on? What's up? I don't know. They're up to no good is what they're up to. But that's okay. We've got our stuff together here. Now, I went on with the story because I just didn't want to stop with this and then what changed? You know, we're wondering what changed. Well, then we got the Nine of Pentacles. So what we're going into is more gratitude. Gratitude is a very, very healing thing. Now is the time to treat yourself to some leisure and luxury, furnishing your home, tending your garden, indulging in your favorite pursuit, or otherwise spending on yourself, as you'll be feeling rich in both time and money. You love your home, so you may redecorate, rearrange, bake, or invite others to share your relaxed comfort space. Devote time and money to your interest in your home. You can be the center of your world and appreciate all the good things in life just now. Um, we're going to go into a time of beauty, a time where money is not an option, no one will hurt, no one will care, and we will be building a beautiful world, the Garden of Eden. And these are telling us that because after gratitude, we get the King of Cups, and it's understanding. Follow your emotions, but don't feel you have to explain your feelings. Trust that you are right. This is fairness, empathy, sensitivity, loyalty, maturity, commitment, and honor. We are going to go into this new world with honor and commitment, and our emotions are going to be intact. We are not going to, when I went through the dark night of the soul and released everything, my emotions aren't there. I don't cry at the drop of a hat anymore. I will cry when this is all over for happiness and joy, but I don't get shaken too much. But it's not like I'm cold. It's just that nothing surprises me anymore, I guess. And the last card we got was the Three of Wands, motivation. And that's why I said this we got three. We've had threes in the beginning and threes at the end, and those are divine messages. Think laterally, try new ways to fire your communication and creativity. This three brings energy and enthusiasm to all your activities, and in love predicts a new relationship and celebration, such as weddings and engagements. This three is also a brilliant card for travel and for the arts. Sports, too, showing a dynamic attitude that gets results. You may find yourself taking an unusual approach to a dilemma or situation, finding ingenious ways to problem solve and get your message across. Think laterally, try new ways to fire your communications and creativity. We are going to be going through a lot of change in our communication and activity soon. I can't say too much, but soon. This is where we're going. And it's going to be good. Now we got practical magic. And this card, ooh, I love this card. This is another divine message because this is a 12 and it says have patience, which goes to a 3. And look at that card. She's got the purple, which is royalty, intuition. She's got the white feathers, which means our guardian angels are around us because the birds are there. She's got the sword, like the sword and the stone, and she's got stars around her with a crescent moon behind her. She has her eyes completely closed. She is in the patience mode. She is waiting for something beautiful, and she knows it. She trusts it because she's got her eyes closed, so she's not looking. Pause, take a breath, weigh up your options carefully, and allow yourself precious time before you commit to a path ahead. Sometimes making a snap decision and getting right to work is the best way forward, but on other occasions, like now, patience is the key. Patience allows you the time and space to consider all the possibilities, make a well thought out plan, and carefully implement it. It prevents hasty decisions and impulsive actions you may later regret. Patience can be the most important factor in actually finishing what you start and the difference between success and failure. Cultivating this valuable trait will help you develop perception and see the broader picture. Tolerate delays or derailing of your plan without overreacting and enabling you to calmly decide your next step. It may be overlooked and unappreciated as a quality, but in many situations, patience really is a virtue. Time is a precious gift you can give yourself in order to improve skills and learn what you need to know. This card is a reminder that in this situation, it would be wise to wait, watch, and investigate further. Take your time making a decision or starting work on your project. Absorb information and wisdom before committing. Research more. Learn from others. Envision how the situation will play out. Is there something you're missing? Something still to be done before you make the leap? Give yourself the space to prepare. If you feel overwhelmed, stop for a moment, take a breath, rest if you need to. It will make you more productive. And in the long run, weigh things up and listen to advice. Even if you reject some of it, check in with yourself to ensure that you really want to dive in. And if so, whether you're ready. Honor your patience. Don't be fooled into thinking it is passive. It is passive. It has its own unique power. It can help you avoid rash decisions, guard against destructive behavior, and give you the gift of precious time to consider all options and outcomes. Just don't fall back on it and as an excuse when action is needed or allow it to paralyze you into indecisions. Impatience has been called the happiness killer, yet it seems to be ruling the world. People want everything right now, from an entire TV series to binge watch in a weekend to instant results for a project designed to be long term. If it takes too long or requires too much energy, the temptation is to give up and move on. Patience can be the hardest thing to embody when you're desperate to fulfill a dream. But in this case, waiting for more information or taking the time to plan properly will be more effective in the long run and help you reach the goal faster. Patience at the right time and in the right situation is concentrated strength. Be the one who hangs in there until the end, who reaps the rewards of sticking with the exercise plan and applying one more time for the dream job or having one last look at the project before submitting it. And be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight, nor does it heal. Healing or forgiveness or success. It can be hard and time consuming to resolve a lifetime of entrenched habits or shift deeply held beliefs, and results often take longer than expected, but stick at it. The time will pass anyway, and don't judge yourself against others or despair over their supposedly overnight success. No one else sees behind the scenes of the people's lives at how difficult it was for them or how long it took. Equally be patient with others. Give them the time and the tools to change, learn, and grow, and champion patience as a positive force for good. Yeah, that's right. Patience is not there anymore. Patience has left the building. Nobody has patience on the road, on a conversation. I've never been good with patience. I'm a Leo. I am not a patient person. Get to the point. I am a good listener, though. So I do listen. I have the patience to listen. Now, we got the Soul Helper Oracle, and I thought this was really interesting because we got this a few weeks ago, and I mentioned that we don't get it that often. It's a 25. It's a 7. Protect what you love. It is your duty and responsibility. This was the card when she was hugging the puppy, and she was loving the puppy, and she was protecting the puppy. You are responsible for the things and beings around you. The well-being of your loved ones should be your primary concern. You are responsible for protecting them, which involves being mindful of their needs, but you are also responsible for yourself. Your safety, well-being, and dreams. Protect all these too. Protect everything that you love, everything that is dear to you, whether a person or an animal, an idea, or indeed your health. Fight for it. Remember your duty. Your health is important. And don't worry about what other people think or say. Stop trying to please everyone and say yes to everything. Right now, today is the day to begin protecting your own boundaries and those of the people who trust you and whom you love. You are a noble warrior of light within whom beats a great and loving heart. You have the right and the sacred duty to bring confidence, security, and dignity to the world. You have drawn this card because it is one of your greatest strengths to protect others. Remember, this is live accordingly and feel this strength within you. Be sure to give this aspect of yourself more space. You also have the precious gift of being able to give comfort, which gives you strength and confidence. Remember this too. and use it generously. Give your loved ones your time, reassurance, and comfort. Love, comforting love, and you will receive all of these many times over in return. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the lion, the herbal oil is the lemongrass, the healing crystal is the amertine, and the number is 7. A few weeks we need to protect what we love. We need to pay attention right now of things going on around us. Number 7 indicates that you should only trust the magic of your heart. You will be given the gift of light that makes a deep connection between you and the mysteries of life. Over the next few days, fill your soul path with love, even more than usual. Love every moment, love everything and everyone, and you will become the magic of your heart. The energy field of the number 7 is like a gateway of light. It is death, birth, magic, light, and the completion of a stage in life. Number 7 brings new soul paths. Yeah, we have to be patient right now, patience, because this is a completion in our life. Definitely. We've been going through it for a while. We just didn't know it. Now we got that was the Soul Helper Oracle. I don't remember if I said that. And this is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Now, the first one we got was Mountains, and it's stand your ground. Hold firm on what you believe in and or are focusing on, because it is absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. Mountains are strong and wise. They are rooted deep in the earth and reach high into the sky. They have been where they are for thousands of years. They have been home to animals. They have been climbed by humans, and they have seen seasons come and go. No matter what has happened to them, they have remained strong, immovable, and unshakable. And so they offer the spiritual energies of strength and resilience. Mountain energy is powerful because it's firmly rooted in the Great Mother and reaches high to the Great Father. If you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. You are resilient and grounded, and the energy and air of the mountains is giving you the unshakable strength to be who you are. Take time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in the energies of heaven. If you're not sure that you need to do what to do next, the mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are. Talk things over with those around you and know that change will come to you. You will be whole and well at the end of this current situation, and it will not stand in the way of your future growth and expansion. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Can't argue with that. Now, we got the guardian angel. You are not alone. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. The guardian angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the guardian angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life, or this card appears in a reading, it's a message to say your guardian angels and ancestor guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is a divine intervention in the works. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first ask for it, then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for the highest good. I love that card. That's a great card. We have been getting a lot of angel messages, and I can feel angels and ancestors around us. I can feel the energies. If you do some meditation, you'll be able to feel them too. Arrow, we got the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Yes, right now it's very important. Surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments that make you feel safe. Call on your angels and guides and ancestors to bring you protection. Arrows have long been revered as symbols of protection, as many hunter-gatherers would use the bow and arrow as a weapon of defense. When an arrow appears in a meditation or dream or an oracle reading, it's a sign you need to protect yourself and what is important to you, because not everyone has the same intentions as you do. This doesn't mean that people are intentionally wanting to hurt you, but they could be careless in their choices and actions, and this could affect you. There are energies around you that could lower your vibrations, and it's important you become aware of them and aren't brought down by them. If you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and your goals, or with kindness. Follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. If you can take time to retreat or to step out of this situation to assess what is going on to benefit you, do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and to place yourself in a space that feels safe. 100%. We need protection right now. It's very important. Now we have the Messenger Oracle, and I've got a couple interesting cards. This one I'm going to have to hold my finger over it because her breast is exposed and I don't want to put tape on it. So let's do it this way. Okay, this is Embrace the Feminine, and this is a beautiful card. Within ourselves are two aspects to our nature, the feminine and the masculine. Here in the present, you need to embrace the feminine aspect of your nature and let it guide your steps. Now is a time to be nurturing, creative, and to connect with nature, home, and heart. Listen to your intuition and emotions. Be receptive and compassionate. But remember, whilst you allow your feminine self to be dominant, you need to temper your gentleness with a fire that denies all meekness. That is a beautiful message. And you know what is interesting? Look what she's holding. An egg. Something, I keep hearing, I don't know why I keep hearing this. I keep hearing all aboard, all abroad, all aboard, uh, something like that. And I keep going back to this card because of the baby. My ring is deep purple, my mood ring. Um, when a woman is pregnant, she has to be patient. And that other card, this mother card, I want to do this again. I got to cover it with the egg. She's protecting. And then you've got this one, protecting the puppy. Protect what you love. It is your duty and responsibility. Um, this is very, very significant. And we all know we got the mountains, but we also got gratitude, and this is what's in charge, which is a good thing. We have to really take heed right now. There's so much going on in this world. It's going to be good. I don't fear at all. I don't feel anything wonky. It's just going to be rough because we are going to have to sit there and watch this. I mean, when the lights go out and the internet and everything goes out except for the videos that are playing, streaming on the TV that we have to watch and stay in and realize what's been done. It's going to be a very sad moment in this world. It's going to be a gut punch. But what we're going to is beauty. We just got to get through. It's like the dark night of the soul. The world, the universe is having a dark night of the soul. They're releasing the old guards and the new guards are coming in, but that's in the background. We don't see it. We hear little bits and pieces, little driblets, but they're not going to tell you what they're doing. Come on, that's like telling your enemy what's up. Hey, we're going to be over here. Don't look. No, really. But it's us, the patience, that's killing all of us because I'm so over it. But we're gonna be patient. We're gonna have a magical Monday, and we're gonna be okay with it because we're gonna be good. We're just gonna, yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got. Be vigilant. Yeah, we got the dragon, and we got a lot of. We got to remember we do have to be vigilant. We have to pay attention to everything. Be watchful and cautious of both others' actions and your own. Stand ready to protect yourself from those who may covet what you have or seek to harm those you care about. But also be vigilant and watchful of your own actions, lest you be the one doing harm. Weigh your actions, be sure you act wisely, be sure you have done all that needs to be done before moving forward, leaving nothing to chance, lest all you have nurtured and cherished be undone by your own lack of vigilance. Now is our time. Now is our time to be vigilant. We have to pay attention to everything that's going on. We have a few weeks. It's not going to be months. It's going to be a few weeks. Wash away your burdens. And this is something we really need to do. She's just, look at that. She's got the frog on the lily pads and flowers around her. And she's just, as you have moved through life, you have undoubtedly experienced moments that have inspired feeling of regret, remorse, shame, and guilt. You have made promises you have not been able to keep. You have judged and blamed yourself and others. You have burdened yourself with feelings born of acts that cannot be undone, which still bind you to the past. It is time to forgive. It is time to lie down in the healing waters and let them wash away your burdens so you can move forward with spirit cleansed. Um, it can't get any more clear than that. Seriously, people, we really need to cleanse ourselves, and the burdens will be gone. We do need to walk through the dark night of the soul. We do need to do all that. It is a must because once you release that, it's a whole new world. It's a whole different ball game. We got the Gateway of Light activation, and we have Soul Star activation, fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. The Soul Star chakra is the energy center that is found about 6 to 12 inches above the crown and connects us directly with soul wisdom. It is our gateway to the etheric realms, which hold all the lessons of all the incarnations that we have experienced. Through our soul star, we access information and wisdom like a computer connecting to the internet through broadband. Instead of having to move through the dimensions to access the information, we can remain connected at all times and download support as necessary. The Egyptian teacher Horus appears on this card as our spiritual guide. His hawk head image is said to illustrate his connection to the sun, moon, and stars. As a keeper of the energetic portals to hidden realms, he can help us remember our starry origins, open psychic visions, and connect directly with the wisdom that is held in the stars. Through your previous journeys, you have learned much about the inner workings of your soul and about the cycles of karma. Before this incarnation, you set a powerful intention to remember your divine origins. At this point, you are in a powerful space, for you are remembering who you truly are, and you know that you have it within you to make a great difference in your own life, the lives of those you love, and of course, the world. This remembering is in alignment with the soul contracts you made before coming to this realm. If you find yourself worrying if you are making the right decision, know that even if you aren't conscious of it, all that you have chosen so far is in accordance with your soul's evolutionary plan. And when you draw this gateway, you are opening up on higher levels. Bam. Yes, we are. We are going to higher levels. We are leveling up. And I love it. Now we got the Divine Master, and this is another beautiful card. This is Ishtar, inner learning, follow your heart, and truth prevails. Truth will prevail. Ishtar, whose name means the precious, is the East Semitic, Akkadian, Assyrian, and Babylonian teacher of love and war. She was known as Inanna by the Sumerians and Asteret by the North Semitic people. She has many names and many faces. As long ago as 400 BCE, she was acknowledged as the Queen of Heaven, protector of the cosmos, and instigator of truth. She was often depicted with 6 and 8 pointed stars, which were originally general symbols of the heavens. But in the old Babylonian period, she became associated with Venus, the planet of love and desire. Many people have been challenged by the fact that Ishtar is linked to both love and war. From my own impression of the energy she represents, I believe she helps us connect with the root energy of desire, including the desire to fight for what we believe in. When she appears, only the truth can prevail. Information is being revealed to you, and it's important to listen, especially as there's a good chance it will bring a war between your head and heart. You are being guided to listen to your heart, the part of you that makes decisions based on what feelings best rather than what makes sense. You may have to take a decision that makes you feel you're losing out, but in fact will lead you to a feeling of finding treasure or even feeling treasured. You are being encouraged to seek the truth now. Even if it is challenging or difficult, it's important to honor it. The truth will always prevail, whether it be now or in the future. You are being guided to save yourself emotional strain and also time by allowing what needs to be shared, said, felt, and communicate in order to be more connected to your heart and ultimately for your highest good of all. That is a perfect message. I love that. Now we got one more card. We've got the Human Spirit Oracle, and we got a 19. We get the butterfly effect, which is a 10, which is a 1. And this is a beautiful card. What you do today can linger into your tomorrow and perhaps someone else's tomorrow as well. It is like when someone says something negative to you and you carry it through your day and then pass that ick onto someone else. This is why it is important to think before you act. Remember, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Let's do a quick analogy. Someone far away wakes up in the morning and steps on a tack. That puts them in a bloody foul mood, so maybe they get rude with their spouse or partner, setting the tone for the rest of their day. Their partner then goes out into the world to work. They now ruffle those wings, spreading the same poo-poo attitude onto a fellow coworker. The coworker did nothing wrong and has been making a product that is important or something of safety that will be sold all over the world. But instead of quality control, they are blindly doing the job while venting to a coworker. This gizmo then gets packed and shipped with all the other gizmos somewhere half across the world. Someone buys it and uses it for, well, you see where this goes and continues to go. Long story short, too late, ha ha ha. Are you spreading poo? Ah, that's unfortunate because those poo-filled wings just splattered into someone else's day. Stop and consider the consequences of your actions. Yeah, I mean, that is a really good, that's a really good depiction of a butterfly effect. And I've said that a lot of times. It is a ricochet effect. When you put that out in the world, it will come back and it'll go around. So we want to put out negative love, not negative love, positive. We want positive. Now, uh, just keep an eye on things, and I'm gonna try to do some pendulum work later tonight or tomorrow, and see if I'm gonna ask some questions and see what's gonna go on. So, I love everybody, and you know what? Hit the magic manifestation likey button, make your manifestation, make your wish, and then come back later in the comments, few days, whenever it happens, and let us know about it, and I'll share it with everybody, okay, if you want me to. And if not, just share it with me. I'd love to hear everything because I'm so grateful for my soul family, my familia. I love you guys. May every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? I'm waiting. What are you supposed to do? Just be you.